tribe, and welcome to your full moon in Leo full moon energy report. So, this is one of my favorite full moons of the year. I am a Leo moon, and that's why. But this is a powerful and impactful bright ray of light at a beginning of the year that was a bit challenging, tumultuous, and internally conflicted. So, before I get into this lunar energy report, I also want to remind all of you to watch your rising sign forecast as well as your sun sign and your moon sign. This is all information that you can check out in your own chart. Check out a free birth chart calculator. If you have your birth time, you can find out your rising sign. And if you don't know your big three, this is what we call them in astrology, your rising sun and moon, you always can book a reading with me. My calendars are open now that we are out of the intense energy of my manuscripts for both my oracle deck and book. So book with me if you'd like to know more about your rising sign, your sun sign, or your moon sign. But if you already know all three, watch all three forecasts because that is going to make things a lot easier for you. If you are watching this from YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, thank you so much for watching. I am first going to do a general transit report about this full moon for all of you, but the by sign horoscope is going to be for Black Moon Lilith Collective. So if you would like to join the tribe, you can check that out now in the description box below, or head to lilithastrology.com, type it in your browser, and there you can get my special offer. I am now and continuously offering $20 off either your first month of joining the tribe if you choose a monthly membership, or a $20 off offer on the full year if you'd like to get a yearly membership. But there, not only will you be able to see the premium portion of this broadcast, but there are a plethora, hundreds and hundreds of hours of horoscopes, programs, workshops from amazing contributors. We've got a tarot workshop, we've got human design. There's a whole bunch of different stuff currently on Black Moon Lilith Collective. So definitely go check that out down below if you are not a member of the tribe and watching this video. And I also, of course, invite all of you to also check out my bookings if you'd like to book a private reading with me. That information is all down below. And readings are only available on my website. I also want to talk about this briefly because there have been a bunch of scammers popping up pretending to be Lilith Astrology on Instagram mostly, and I have found one on TikTok. So I just want to remind all of you that I never will DM you for a personal reading. Of course, I don't chase, I attract. This is something that I teach here. I definitely will never, ever, ever message you for a reading, and I do not do Cash App. I don't coordinate readings over DM. You have to take it upon yourself to go to my website, lilithastrology.com, and book there. And everything is through a payment processor. It's official, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get into what's ahead. So the full moon in Leo happened today at 1:28 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is a powerful portal for creation, manifestation. And the thing about new and full moon reports is this is not just for today. This is a horoscope for around the next couple of weeks. So a lot of what I'm talking about here today will take a couple of weeks to play out for you, the collective, and then for your own individual chart. And this is going to be a time of breakthroughs. So let's get into the charts. I'm, of course, going to present my screen to all of you so we can get an idea of what's up ahead. So here we go. All right. So the full moon in Leo happened today. And the moon is at 16 degrees in the sign of Leo, not too far off from Black Moon Lilith. On top of this, the moon is forming a direct opposition from the sun. This is what makes a full moon a full moon. This is when the moon is really reflecting the energy of the sun. And this is why we get that big brown, big brown effect. Big bright effect. I'm like talking about myself, aren't I? Big brown effect. This big bright effect of a full moon in the sky. So we've got the moon in Leo forming an opposition with the Aquarius sun. We've got Black Moon Lilith in the mix. And then we also have Saturn in Aquarius in the mix. So let's first talk about this opposition here before we get into the other aspects of this full moon. So the moon in Leo is all about creativity, self-expression, play, fun, the light, brightness. And Black Moon Lilith is about rebellion and reclamation of sovereignty. So if any of you have been holding back your true self-expression, holding back what it is that you want to shine out to the world, holding back your truth, your true authenticity, your raw authenticity, this full moon is going to shine a light on what exactly energetically is holding you back and is calling for you to rebel and break away from what is actually keeping you chained and keeping you bound up. The opposition between the moon and the sun and Saturn is also an indicator of the breaking free of restriction. So Saturn in Aquarius is about the breaking of the boundaries of restriction. Aquarius is about innovation. It's the audience, it's large groups, it's humanity, it's society. And so where have you allowed others to restrict your light, restrict your creativity? Black Moon Lilith and Leo is about really being the black sheep, but transcending that and embodying your true self, embodying your true light. Saturn represents restriction, but in this configuration, this is about breaking through that restriction. We are in Aquarius season. The sun is also highlighting the rebellious and innovative, creative energy of Aquarius. And yes, Aquarians are also creative. It's not just about the life force of Leo that's creative. Aquarius are creative in a higher octave way. This is about innovation. This is about thinking differently. This is about breaking the boundaries of what you believe has kept and sustained you for so long. Now, this is pushing that boundary. So we also have a beautiful trine between the full moon. A trine is a positive and powerful aspect. So this is where we're getting the positive breakthroughs from. So we have this powerful trine to Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of luck, growth, abundance, and it is in the sign of the self, leadership, and being the warrior in your own life, being that warrior leader in your own life. So we've got that powerful synergy between this lucky planet of Jupiter providing these positive breakthroughs over the next couple of weeks. And we've got Chiron in Aries forming a close aspect. So typically some people, Chiron can be a wounding, of course, but also Chiron, depending on how it's aspected in your chart and aspected in the sky, it also is a vessel for healing. So Chiron is in the warrior sign of Aries. So it's the wounded warrior. It's picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and realizing, you know what? My wounds don't make me. My wounds don't entirely describe my identity. I describe my identity. And now it is up to me to truly step into the light, step into who I am, and release the judgments of others. So now you are growing and you are breaking free from any self-restriction and restriction from others during this full moon. So another extremely impactful part of this full moon is we have a fixed T-square also being formed during this full moon. So we've got the sun and the moon forming a T-square. So a T-square is a planetary formation of change through sudden tension. So you can see here, it's literally forming a T with Uranus in Taurus, and we've got the North Node in Taurus as well. So Uranus represents sudden change, rebellion. Again, Uranus rules over Aquarius, eccentric behavior, complete shock, surprise. And it's in the sign of material. It's in Taurus. It's in abundance. It's in that creativity on an earthly realm. So this is electrifying here. This is going to electrically shock the collective into transforming their own lives, taking control of your wounds, integrating them, and telling everyone to go fuck themselves. Honestly, this is a big fuck you full moon. This is the best way to describe it. It's really like, this is what I'm about. This is what I have to offer the collective. This is my voice. This is my art. This is my craft. This is my work. This is what I do. This is how I feel. And everyone is going to tell everyone to go fuck themselves if they don't receive that. So this is a very empowering full moon, and you are really going to step into your raw authenticity and level yourself up. And this is coming from a period of stagnancy. So the conflict that I described at the beginning of the broadcast, we've had Mercury retrograde since the end of last year. We've had Mars retrograde as well. And both of these energies have cleared up. So now that they have really cleared up, now we are coming and stepping into the light, stepping to the spotlight of who we truly are. So this is a beautiful full moon, and I'm so excited for it. I really am. So now we are going to get into each of the 12 zodiac signs. Of course, this is the end for anyone that is watching this on the streaming platforms. And not only do I go over the astrology in my private membership group, Black Moon Lilith Collective, but I also bring in the cards. So we are going to talk about the tarot for each of the zodiac signs. And I'm going to use, I have 4 different cards on deck today. I actually just picked this up. I went to her launch event. It was so fantastic, and I think we're going to have her on the Black Moon Lilith podcast, but I'm going to be using the Badass Bitches Tarot by Cardsy B for these lunar energy forecasts, the Angel card Tarot, and I'm also going to be using the African Goddess Rising deck, and of course, the classic Rider-Waite deck, Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So thanks so much for watching if you're on the streaming platforms, and now let's get into